A man is with his lover on the couch in their house. They keep kissing there for a while until, at that moment, someone knocks on the door calling for the man. The man's mother then warns him and tells his son's lover to stop it. She says her son's wife has arrived and then takes his mistress to another room in the house. The man is surprised and says she shouldn't have arrived yet. The woman then knocks on the door and says she wasn't taking too long to answer. He then opens the door and says he was worried that she shouldn't have arrived yet. She then said that she had already finished solving her problems at the company, so she decided to come back earlier. She then said to come in, but she said that she would go upstairs to deliver a present to her mother. The man then stops her and says he missed her so much. He then tells her to sit on the couch, as her mother was already coming down. The man's mother then goes to them and is surprised to see the woman at home. The woman then says that she had brought a present, as she had remembered her. The mother then laughs and says that she also had a present for the woman and later she would deliver the present to her. The mother then says that at that moment, she needed to tell the woman that she should remember to pay the bills. She says her son needed to be lovingly cared for. The woman told her mother to stay calm as she had arrived earlier to be with her husband. The mother then said that she had warned her son. She said the woman would end up losing her job. She says that the woman would have to work because her son couldn't work and so she should do that. The woman then says that she was always working to take care of her husband, but that she had come back earlier to be with him for a while. The mother then says that she didn't need to take care of her son, because she was there to do that. At that moment, the mother calls out to the other woman and then she goes to them. The woman then asks who that woman would be and the mother says that that was her niece. She says the woman couldn't be bothered with that as she was her niece. The man tells his mother not to talk to his wife like that and says she must be tired. The mother says that it is necessary to talk that way with the woman, because she was the one who wanted to work outside the home. She then says that her niece would spend her days at her house. The woman then said that the house was also hers and that the mother would need to notify her beforehand. She says that she was surprised by that and tells her mother that she shouldn't invite people to her house, but her mother says that she shouldn't even be there, because she should be at her job. She then says that if the woman was bothered by that, she should leave. The man then tells his wife to stay calm and go take a shower, as he would make her something nice to eat later. The niece says she didn't want to be in the way and could leave. The mother laughs and says that the only person who has to leave is the woman, as she should be working. When they leave, the mother then tells her niece that they needed to talk. She then tells the lover to put on her best perfume and an attractive outfit, as they would have dinner with them. The lover agrees with that and is very happy. Later, the two are having dinner and the woman says that the dinner was very good. She says she was very happy when her husband did that kind of surprise for her, and the man says he also liked to surprise his wife. At that moment, the mother and niece come down the stairs and the mother is surprised to see that her son has not set a plate for her. The man apologizes as he didn't know his mother was going to have dinner with them. The mother then says that he shouldn't do that, because it was all the woman's fault. The woman then asks why she was to blame, but the mother says that she would not say and says that the woman should have put the dishes. The woman then gets up and says she would get the dishes. The woman then tells her niece to sit next to her son. The man then asks if his lover would sit next to her. The mother says yes, as she had no problem with her sitting next to the man. The woman, then, is surprised by that, and the mother tells her to sit next to her and the niece next to her son. She says that she wanted the woman to sit next to her and that the woman was to let her niece sit next to her son. The woman then puts the plates on the table and, furious with that, looks at her husband, but says nothing. She then sits next to her mother. They then start to eat, but the mother soon says that the food was very bad. The man then apologizes and says he didn't know how to cook right. The mother then says that he was not to blame. The woman then said that the mother was just complaining and says that she had just arrived. The mother, then, mocks the woman and takes food and throws it in her face. The woman then asks why she did that, and then the mother says that was the gift she had to give the woman. The woman then asks why she did that, and the mother says that it was for her to learn to cook for her husband, because he didn't know how to cook. They then start laughing at what was going on, and then the woman then said that she wasn't feeling well and would go to her room. They then laugh about what happened, and then they say that the mother was really a very bad person. The mother then says that the woman was just complaining to her all day and not cooking properly for her husband. The mistress then says that the food was not bad. Later, the woman told her husband that her mother always did that, and he never stood up for her. He then said his mother only wanted the best for him, and that was for the woman is already used to that. She says it wasn't right, but the man told her not to be upset with her mother. The woman said she wouldn't get used to someone mistreating her like that. The man then tells his wife to stop the drama, because she always did that, and they ended up sleeping separately. He said he didn't want that to happen. She then said it would happen again as he didn't stand up for her. Some time later, the man is kissing his lover on the couch in his house. At that moment, the woman arrives home and is surprised to see the two of them together. She then asks for an explanation for that. The man then asks his wife to calm down and screams for his mother. The mother then goes to them and asks why they are screaming. She then asks what the woman was doing there. The woman then says that the mother seemed to have known about it for a long time. The mother then tells the woman not to yell at her. She says that woman was not enough for her child. She says the woman didn't give her a grandson. So she got another woman for her son. The mother says that the woman was useless for being with her son all that time and not having been able to give him a child yet. She then says that she was no good for that family and tells her to leave. The woman asks her husband if it was what he wanted, and he says that her mother was the owner of the house. She then says that that house was hers and that she would always defend her son. The mother then says that she wasn't really a cousin, and the mistress tells her to leave. The woman then said she would leave, but first she warns the lover that this would happen to her too. The lover then says that they were different and that it would not happen to her. The woman then walks away and slaps the man on the chest and says good luck to him. The mother then asks if her son was okay, and he says that his chest was hurting. The mother then Some time later, The mother enters the kitchen and complains to her mistress that she was taking too long to wash the dishes. The mistress then said that she was only there to help and was not her or her son's employee. The mother then says that she was there to serve her son and she had her eye on her. She then says that the lover was there to help her son, as he couldn't do those things alone. They then start to argue and the mistress says that she was just disturbing her to finish washing the dishes, because if she didn't leave her alone, she would never finish washing the dishes. The mother then tells her to get it over with, and after she is done, she would have to make herself a cup of coffee. The lover then says that the mother was mistaken in thinking that she would do the same thing to her as she did to the woman. Later, the man arrives at his house and then sits on the couch. The mistress says she needed to talk to the man and tells her husband that the mother would break up their marriage. The man told her that she was wrong and that she couldn't talk to her mother like that, and that her mother only wanted the best for him and they would be very happy with her. At that moment, the mother appears and asks what was going on there. The lover says that the mother just wanted to end her marriage, and do the same thing she had done with her son's other marriage. The mother then says that if she wanted to leave, just like the other one had left, she could go. She then says that she had been her son's